We're on day 29 of our 60-day healing journey to establish inner union. We're working to stop the self-abandonment, to be able to listen to our internal system that's guiding us. We're finding that inner alignment and staying grounded and centered. The affirmation for today is, I trust myself to guide my life. I trust myself to guide my life. Can you fully say that you trust yourself to guide your life? Because there will be things that pull you in different directions. There will be situations where people try to convince you something other than what you know. There will be opportunities that seem very beautiful and wonderful, but are you listening to yourself that's guiding you? Where yourself may be saying, this isn't what I want it to be. This is not exactly connected to my inner alignment and my inner stability. And as I said on the video yesterday, you'll be able to know that when you become more centered and aligned. And anything that does not align with that, you automatically feel it. It's like your body will give you signals that this is not in alignment with who I am. And although you may not fully understand what it means and why it's there, being centered and grounded and having an inner union connection is really about you being able to trust who you are and being able to listen to yourself as yourself is guiding you. Because yourself will not lead you wrong. We do make mistakes in life, but I think the biggest mistake is when you don't listen to yourself. Because although you may have to go through a situation and repeat it after listening to yourself, think about all the times when you didn't listen to yourself and how far that took you away from your path and what lessons you had to learn. I know for myself, is when I didn't listen to myself the majority of times that I ended up in situations that hurt really bad, where I had to start from scratch, that drained me because I wasn't aware or didn't listen to my inner self. So the affirmation is, I trust myself to guide my life. Are you trusting yourself to guide your life? It's about time that we start to do that. Myself can't guide somebody else, but myself can guide myself. You see what I'm saying? Like, we are so, a lot of times we are so into mastering other people and telling other people what's best for them. But truly, you can only tell yourself what's best for you. And then when you are in that state, you will align with the things that are compatible to that. Because you have the same frequency, you will be having the same vibration, and you will be an energetic match. And the things that don't will fall away. That's as simple as it is. The somatic practice is hand on chest, steady breathing for a few minutes. So we're going to put our hands on our chest and we're going to breathe steadily for a few minutes. We're going to breathe in for 4 and out for 8. And we're just going to sit with ourselves and do that for a few minutes just to bring yourself to a center, to calm your nervous system, and to find realignment. And again, that's something that we can always do. It's free. You can be anywhere. When you do that, you just sit with yourself and you breathe and allow yourself to become centered. The visualization is, imagine yourself standing firmly in your own decisions. Imagine yourself standing firmly in your own decisions. Sometimes we make decisions that hurt. Sometimes we grieve through our situations. Sometimes we don't understand why we had to make the decisions that we make. But imagine yourself standing firmly in your own decision and what that's doing to you. How much integrity are you building within yourself by listening to yourself and being firm in your beliefs? When you are firm in your beliefs, you are sending out a signal that this is who I am. And with this being who I am, things that align with that have no choice but to answer that signal. They match. You are magnetic all the time. So imagine what you're attracting when you say, this is who I am, this is what I am, and you stand firm in who you are and do not waver. That wavering is what brings confusion. It brings on situations that are not in line with who you are, not in line with your better judgment. And you go through them because, or you attract more things that are in line with that because you did not stand firm in who you are. So imagine yourself standing firmly in your own decisions. Imagine what's going to come from that. Look at it like this. Visualize yourself being one point on a map. And that one point has little things that describe what it is. That point has a goal that it's trying to reach. And as long as that point stays what those descriptions are, it heads straight to that point that you're trying to get to. As soon as you change any of that description, it changes the goal. It changes the landing point. I hope that made sense. But just think of it as yourself going into one direction with a definition that is strictly what you say, who you say you are. And that definition takes you to the goal that's in alignment with that. As soon as you change your definition, as soon as you change your attributes, then you realign yourself with something else. So that's why it's important to stay firm in your beliefs. Stay firm on who you say that you are. Figure out who you are, what that means to you, and stand firm in that no matter what. So that's our visualization. Imagine yourself standing firmly in your own decisions. The journal prompt is, where do I still doubt myself? Where do I still doubt myself? It's true that we may doubt ourselves sometimes, but we don't want to stick in that doubt for too long. We go there, we try to understand ourselves, we try to figure it out, and then we keep it moving. Because again, that doubt is the confusion that you begin to put out there when you start to have this feeling about yourself. So where is it that I doubt myself? And ask, why do I doubt myself in these situations? What is it? Is it other opinions that's causing me to change my views? Do I feel like I need to get more education in this area because maybe I'm not strong enough in that area? Do I need to put more time and effort into it because I'm not giving it enough attention? What area do you feel doubt in? And what does it take? Whatever it takes for you to feel stronger in that area, if that's what you want to do, then you need to put in more effort. A lot of times people say they want to lose weight and they don't do what it takes to lose the weight, and they doubt themselves in that area. But why continue to doubt yourself when you can just do what it takes for you to get there? A lot of times we want to heal from different situations in our lives, different traumas, but we decide to ignore them. And we doubt ourselves in those situations. Instead of facing those things to try to heal, we avoid them a lot of times. And then we don't actually fix those situations, and we doubt ourselves. But why not just deal with it? Sometimes the hardest thing to do is to confront yourself. Sometimes that is the hardest thing to do, confront yourself. And then we walk around with doubt and fear and shame and all these other different things because we don't deal with the situation that's there. So again, the journal prompt is, where do I still doubt myself? And what can I do to improve myself in that area? Because we don't want to just see the doubt and not do anything about it. But what can I do about it? The practice is make one small decision without seeking reassurance. So we're going to make a decision and we're going to stand firmly in that decision, whatever that is. No wavering. Allow it to play out. Allow it to do what it needs to do. You will learn whatever you need to learn when you make that decision. Because when you allow it to play out, the results come back and tell you whether it was a good decision or a bad decision. But when you start to waver and go back and forth, it causes a lot of mixed messages. It causes a lot of issues internally and externally. So make one small decision without seeking reassurance. Listen to your inner voice that's guiding you. Listen to your internal compass, that feeling that's in your chest, the feeling that might be on your shoulders. Whatever that feeling, wherever that feeling lies in your body, listen to that feeling. Make one small decision without seeking reassurance. Do it and then move on. The holistic tip is pause and take one slow breath before choosing. So again, we're going to be mindful in our choosing and making decisions. So we're going to pause and breathe before we make decisions. Sometimes for myself, I have to take a long pause. It may be days before I process something. It's just that sometimes I have to be in my own space, in my own energy, not talking to anyone, just quiet and to myself, and allow myself to make their choice. So it takes that. Everybody isn't the same. Everybody doesn't require the same thing. But if you know that it's harder for you to make decisions when you're actually in other people's energy, when you're in environments where there are a lot of people, a lot of influence, etc., then you need to go to yourself, separate, pause, however long that pause is, take a slow breath and breathe before choosing so that you don't put yourself in something that is not right for you. So we're going to pause and take one slow breath before choosing. I hope everyone is well. I will see you tomorrow. Peace and love. Mwah.